blast, but now it's time to go. With Ryan the Garage Gamer leading the show, Chris from Jackson's Media Crown, bringing the best reviews around. Late night vibes with the coolest crew. Travis the PC guy, always something new. Dathan the professor with knowledge so grand. Eric the hot take guy with opinions that stand. We've had our laughs and shared some games. Movies, tech, and hot takes, it's never the same. From the latest RPGs to classic finds, this is the place where fun never declines. Late night vibes with the coolest crew. Travis the PC guy, always something new. Dathan the professor with knowledge so grand. Eric the hot take guy with opinions that stand. Had our laughs and shared some games. Movies, tech, and hot takes, it's never the same. From the latest RPGs to classic finds, this is the place where fun never declines. Late night vibes with the coolest crew. Travis the PC guy, always something new. Dathan the professor with knowledge so grand. Eric the hot take guy with opinions that stand. So hit that like and don't forget to subscribe. Join us next time for another awesome ride. Late night with Ryan and the crew. We'll be back soon, just for you. Night gamers and media fans. From Ryan, Chris, Travis, Nathan.
What up, everybody? Late Night Live, episode 47. And hey, I think we're going to have the whole gang back here tonight. Ace of Jack's Media Grounds, as always. How you doing, Chris?
Good.
Any games last week, sir?
Well, I'm still working on Dragon Quest III.
Yeah,
I've got 30 hours into it, so
that's pretty good.
we'll see if I can finish it up this weekend.
Travis, the PC master. How are you, sir?
How's it going? Good.
How was
Let's
your
see.
gaming last week?
You know, it was good. Dragon Age is coming along, and then I also jumped into Slay the Princess, right? Is that what it's called? Is that
Slay the
right?
Princess?
Yeah. Jumped into that as well, just to see what it was about, since Steam kept telling me I for sure would love it, and that everybody loved it. And by everybody, they mean 90% of people. Yeah, and it was on sale, and I'm sure we'll get to sales in a little bit and talk about all of the hauls that we got.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dragon Age is still going well. It's going
Nice.
well. It's going okay.
And
Still
then
solid, meh.
Right, still solid, man.
Yeah.
And then our pal Eric is back.
Hello, friends.
How's it going, sir?
I'm getting by.
Yeah. Probably not too much gaming lately, but
Not a ton, but I have been playing some Darkest Dungeon 2 still. Since you saw me last, I put in a few hours. And I picked up Neva yesterday again, because I paused that for a little bit just because I didn't want to reach for my controller, but picked it up last night and played for like 40 minutes and beat the game. So
It's game of the
oh,
year,
nice.
according to some.
I finished Neva. No, it has I think art. It's up for art direction and whatever the social messaging award is. I forget what it's called, and it's up for a third award too, but I can't remember.
What
You were
did
the-
you get all? Do you have all of the DLC? Because I know you love DLC, so you probably do. For Darkest Dungeon, because I saw that Steam did have all that posted for sale.
No, I don't have the DLC for that.
Well, you might want to grab it because it's all in hot sale right now.
And we'll see.
Keep you busy for a
I'll
bit.
take a look.
Okay.
I saw there was a Darkest Dungeon, like one of those full size pillows
Yes,
that's got one of the female characters on it, like you
of
can
course,
cuddle with.
of course.
Do we
Yeah,
do we need to get that for you
I'm a
or?
very sad and lonely man. Yeah, anything to help.
I saw that. I
Is
was like, oh, that's
is
Eric.
that
That's
is the pillow DLC as well? Does it count as DLC?
It's on sale.
It's on sale, yeah.
And then, hey, look who showed up! 8-Bit Gaming legend,
What's up, kids?
Dathan, the professor.
Yep, in the flesh here. It's been a
Digitally.
long couple days. Long couple days.
Any gaming last week, sir?
Just oh shoot, what I played? Just Horizon Remastered. That was about it. I think I put maybe about 10 more hours into that, give or take.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in the same boat as me, Dathan? I can't remember. Did you beat it originally, or is this your first go through with it this time?
I put about maybe 5 hours into it.
Same as me then.
From the
Yeah.
PS4, and then
Okay.
something else came out that I caught my attention. And I just stopped playing it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just curious whether it was like so great now that it was remastered that it would cause somebody to want to go back and replay it again, or if it's just people who are like me who are like, cleanup crew.
Well, my wife has been playing it as well,
Okay.
and I've been watching her play it. Like I hadn't played it. I played Forbidden West, but man, I feel like the visuals look really good.
Okay, cool.
Like really good. Like
I agree.
I'm impressed with all the biomes you can go into. Like
Okay.
I know Forbidden West has some cool stuff, but like the first game, like at first she's in the desert and then she's up in a mountain and the snow looks really good. And then she's back down in a cave and then she's climbing a mountain. I was like, dang, it's really,
It looks good.
the visuals are, I think, top notch and she's really enjoying it. So
Cool. Okay, good. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. I've got quite the scrap going on for my attention next. That's for sure.
yeah, so maybe that's the one to recommend. So for me, I've been playing the Lego Horizon game a little bit still, but not too much. And as you can kind of tell, I'm a little under the weather today, everybody. So yeah, I don't know if I sound a little different or whatever, but I've been dripping stuff out of my nose all day. So, but I'm here for you guys. So I want to push through. Have a good
what
show.
the doctor normally orders is being stuck in a cold garage.
Right.
That's
yeah.
usually the first thing they recommend is, you sound fluish. Why don't you go sit in a cold garage for an hour? So you should be on the mend right after this.
Yeah. Better than having my daughter come up to me and bug me every 5 seconds about something. So
that probably is true. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some trade-offs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to have an okay show for you guys. So there wasn't too much news this week. But I think I still pulled some stuff out to talk about. I think some of us got the new PlayStation controller, and I kind of want to touch on that. And I think, Dathan, you got the whole PS5 Pro and the limited edition. So I want to get your thoughts on that.
Oh, I didn't get the Pro. I just got the Slim. The Pros are long gone. They were gone after 8 seconds. When they went up for pre-order, they were gone. They only made 12,300 of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I got the Slim.
Is that the 30th anniversary Slim?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's still really cool. The B-hole patrol's here. I'm here for the B-hole. Okay, thank you. We appreciate that. But I want to talk about that. The HasLab, the Ghostbusters HasLab, is ending, I believe, this weekend. So I'll touch on that. Give you my final thoughts before we make a purchase or not. There's a copycat Horizon game that looks interesting, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on that. And then Black Friday. So, did we do any shopping today? What deals did you find? Maybe we'll start with that. Did you guys go out and buy anything? Anything really catch your eye? I don't think there were any major game releases this week, so it was just kind of interesting. And the way Black Friday happens now, it's been kind of going on all month. But
Steam
yes.
sale hit, right? The autumn sale. So I did pick up 3 games from that. That's kind of where. So I picked up Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That was $3.99. Dishonored 2, because I only played Dishonored briefly. And I heard Dishonored 2 was like kind of better in every aspect, so I figured I'd just pull that. That was $2.99. And then I did pick up Assassin's Creed Mirage for $19.99.
Oh, nice.
Those some good buys. Those some good purchases.
All of them, right? From what I read, all of them are good games. So now it's going to be that, and then I've got the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster as well. Then I've also got Alan Wake 2 on the backlog, and a bunch of like little indie things as well. So yeah, it's going to be like, in a way, I want to just kind of rush through Dragon Age and move on to something else, like, because I'm kind of excited to try these other games. But those were the sale items that jumped out to me yesterday. So I don't know.
I'm kind of surprised that Mirage is still $20. I figured
Are
it
you?
would be. I figured
like
it'd be
$5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like $5.
The reviews are overwhelmingly positive on that.
It's just
one,
not
though.
that long of a game. I mean, I think I completed the main story. If I was to go do all the main quests, all the achievements, platinum, whatever they call it, on Xbox, it would probably be about 25 to 28 hours if I was to do every single thing.
Okay.
But if I was just to do like straight quests, you're probably looking at about maybe 12 to 15.
Yeah, and that's actually what the reviews said, was like 20 to kind of, if you're slow or thorough, and about 12 hours for just an average playthrough on it. But 12 hours actually seems pretty good for a linear game, which is what that is, right? Like that's on the level of like a Tomb Raider, one of the new Tomb Raider reboots, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's one of the Assassin's Creed smaller maps.
Yeah.
Footprint wise, I mean, it's not like Odyssey or Origins or anything like that. It's nowhere near anything like that. But it's still a good playthrough.
Yeah, I think that just the fact that the reviews are so good on it, and that's probably why the price is held at the $20 price point. Probably be different if people are like, it's not all that great. Dishonored 2 is the one that I picked up that actually has gotten the worst reviews, not gameplay wise, but apparently just bug wise on the PC side. It's still got issues after however many years of being out. So, but yeah, that is I'm kind of surprised, because with Ubisoft it seems like everything drops to like 20, then down to $9.99 at sale point, stuff like that. So yeah.
Travis, Chris was telling me before the show that there was a Windows update that happened earlier this week, and it shut down all the Ubisoft games on PC. Did that affect you at all?
I don't know, because I haven't hopped into an Ubisoft game, but I think it is the update that is the cumulative preview. So it's for people who have it checked to automatically grab all the preview updates as well. I think it was in that. That update is still sitting in my queue of optional updates to install. I don't opt into Microsoft's, non-official beta program. Gotcha. So, and then on top of that, I would just roll back if I needed to, I guess. But I'm guessing that should be patched any day if it really does break it like they say it does.
Well, are those people at Microsoft back in their office today? So it's probably Monday, I bet.
It was actually like week-old news, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's been out for a while. So
it looks like I saw it happened on the 25th. So, what was that, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, but, I got the news, but I don't know how like massively big of a problem it is.
So like, is anyone even playing Ubisoft games on here?
Well, Outlaws is trying to recover, right? Like there was a lot of news about that the last week about how they're patching it, and then the patch wasn't received as greatly as they expected it to. So they're promising to continue work on that game to make it kind of what everybody wants. So I don't know. It's weird. They're in a weird spot because that game wasn't so good, but it seems like Assassin's Creed still has a very, very, very strong, fan base that is waiting for whatever next comes out for that. So
yeah, agreed. Yeah, hopefully they don't delay that one that's set in Japan
again
anymore.
Yeah.
Anyone else find any good deals out there? I know Best Buy had a ton of TVs the other day. Like everyone's got TVs galore. They've really gone down in price. So anyone doesn't have a big screen TV, you can get one for like $200.
I don't have a TV. So.
Okay.
Eric doesn't have a TV at all.
Do you have a phone?
I have 3 in this room that I'm sitting in right now.
Oh, there you go, Eric. Just asked Nathan there for a TV.
Yeah.
Borrow one from him.
Can Eric just move in with you now, or
Yeah,
how's that gonna work?
Yeah.
I mean, there's always he's always welcome here anytime.
Yeah, I'll start paying
That's
rent.
never not going to be an option for him.
I'll pull my own.
For the low price of $200, you can have a TV.
Yeah, I'm sure I could. The only thing that really caught my eye was Vincent Arroyo Winery down in Napa Valley is doing 30% off cases of their Petit Syrah, which is always excellent. So if anybody's a wine connoisseur, that's what I recommend.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
There's
some good stuff in the Willamette Valley here. You gotta import it. Okay.
What's that big winery that's just south of Salem? The one
Was it
that-
Willamette Valley Winery. Yeah,
way up in the hill that's next to Enchanted Forest.
yeah, that's Willamette Valley.
There's another one that's just south of there that I think I've had a wine tasting at Ankeny.
Oh, Ankeny
Vineyard.
Hill?
Yeah. From what I've had, I've actually liked theirs better. But I'm not a complete wine person either.
Yeah. Neither am I. I'm not huge into wine, but I do like the Petit Syrah there at Vincent.
But only when you can enjoy it in the evening, overlooking the vineyard.
Yeah, that's right.
In a
After
suit,
long flight.
tie.
Yeah, in a suit and tie.
Chris,
nice
Dathan, did you guys find any deals?
The only thing I got was some Batman animated Blu-rays, and
Nice. Yeah, I saw that.
that was it. I didn't find it really anything else game-wise. I'll wait for Cyber Monday, see if there's anything.
I picked up Mad Max on Steam for $1.99.
Nice.
Oh, the movie?
The game.
Oh, the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I thought that was a pretty good deal because I played a bit of that on the Xbox when it first came out. And that was a fun game. But I haven't really done any other deals than that. I did go out today to Radar Toys, though, in Salem to look at some of the toys there and avoid the Lou Ferrigno crowd that was appearing between 3 and 6.
Yeah.
You didn't meet up with Lou?
No, I didn't meet up with Lou.
Lame.
Lancaster was bad enough as it was, just trying to drive on there.
Mm-hmm.
But
You
Where
guys
is
aren't
that
buddies?
toy store at?
it's
I think it's over near Olive Garden. Right?
you know where FYE used to be on Lancaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that shopping complex.
Well, FYE was Blockbuster Music back in the day, Eric.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like and then by Olive Garden. So Olive Garden is still there?
Where is
Olive
that
Garden's
relative
still there.
relative to Laser Donuts? Where is that?
Same place, right?
Laser
Yeah.
Donuts.
Yeah, okay. I got you. Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
donut place still around?
Laser Donuts?
It's called Laser Donuts?
Donuts? Laser
They're
Donuts.
made out of lasers.
Yeah, this is a deep
That
cut.
commercial has to be on YouTube, dude. I bet it is. Find it. Send it to Dathan.
Yeah, it was a used CD store called Laser Donuts back in the day.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Makes
Old.
sense.
Yeah. Back when CDs were a thing.
Yeah.
They were all the rage. But yeah, same place, Eric.
Yeah. Okay.
Did
So
you
they're
buy
already-
anything at Radar Toys?
Yeah.
I picked up a game, like a card game.
Which
card
one?
game.
I don't remember the name of it now.
Sounds compelling.
So are there
Very compelling.
We'll go
So-
with that.
so-
You did. Yeah, right.
So the card game that was being discussed in the awards show that we were looking at last week. What was the name of that one?
Beltar.
Yeah, is that right? So that's a single player game, right? That then its combat is done via cards.
Balatro.
Balatro. So are those games
Um,
good? Like are they suspenseful and fun to play?
Game of the year.
I know,
apparently.
but that doesn't mean anything. So is that game that none of us have played, Neva or whatever? Neither.
Eric's played it.
None of us.
Nobody's
even heard of it. They paid to get their game nominated. We went over this last week.
Yeah, that's why.
D'Alessandro or whatever that other game was. Mephisto.
Yeah, even for art direction, I don't think Neva should win for that.
Oh man, seriously.
Wow.
I really don't.
See, I was right.
It's pretty. It's pretty, but it's not like blow your mind.
You actually said to me that it was done by the same development studio that did another one, right? With
Gris.
Which one? Oh,
Gris.
Chris. Yeah.
GRIS. Gris.
Yeah, Gris. Gree?
Yeah.
Grits.
I don't know.
I don't know. We should email him and ask. Is it Neva, Niva, or Gree, or Gris?
It's definitely Neva because the character, the protagonist, says the name a million times during the game.
Well, nobody knows if she got the thing right, you know?
Nobody's played it.
Yeah.
All right.
Devolver Studios, I think, is the people who released Gris and Neva.
They're the publishers. It's Nomada Studio.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
They're a
Devolver's the
Spanish
publisher. Yeah.
Spanish developer, apparently.
Like from Spain?
Yeah, we'll say from Barcelona.
Okay.
I believe you'll find it's pronounced Barcelona.
It's
go with that.
it was formed after a chance meeting between two Ubisoft employees.
That sounds a little
Ubisoft.
suspect.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah, we're back there.
All right. Oh, you know what I want to talk about first, actually, now that we talked about this. We had a good discussion last week about the fiasco with that toy company,
NECA.
NECA. It actually got their alien here.
No, okay.
But a lot of interesting comments on the video I put up last week. Okay. The Beehole Patrol found something interesting. You can check it out in the comments. But back to that. Let's see if I can pull this up. Actually, this was shown on from the FTC website. If you do get any unordered merchandise from a company, you are. It says, Are you obligated to return or pay for any merchandise I never ordered? The answer is no. If you receive merchandise that you didn't order, you have a legal right to keep it as a free gift.
Yeah.
Must I notify the seller if I keep the unordered merchandise without paying for it? Answer, you have no legal obligation to notify the seller. However, it is a good idea to write a letter to the company stating you did not order the item and therefore you have a legal right to keep it for free. This may discourage the seller from sending you bills or notices, or it might help clear up the honest error. Send your letter by certified mail. keep the receipt and a copy for your records. You may need it later, so that could be a little complicated at the end there. But overall, though, if you do get something from a company you didn't order, it is technically a gift. So if they try to bill you for it, it's going to be interesting what NECA kind of opened up.
They're US based, right?
Right. I think are they out of Texas or something like that?
There's no way that the products are made in the US. Where are they?
Right,
No, but
they're
that
made
part
in
doesn't
China.
matter, but the company has to hold true to the law. Well, they have to hold true to
absolutely.
the law that they're operating in any way. But I was just curious if maybe that's why they thought they had, some sort of a upper hand that they didn't have. But what I want to know is who writes these examples for the FTC?
Well, they got to do something while they're
college
Yeah, but I mean,
students
come on,
that are
the-
having
the-
to
the
pass
example-
a writing class.
Yeah.
The example that they have here, you sign up for a free trial pair of pantyhose.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Definitely not me, guys. I
The
definitely haven't.
Eric's got 5 banging back there next to the guitar. I can see him.
Hey,
You weren't obligated to return them.
I did.
Oh, they're headquartered in New Jersey. That's
They might
the,
Okay.
that's the problem right there.
Yeah,
From New Jersey.
they're applying Jersey law, which is above the FTC law. They're like, hey, I'm not listening to that guy. Give me back my toys.
but
But also, they reserve the right, though. That's what they said. Is they don't have to sell to you in the future.
Yeah,
That's fair play.
that is fair play.
that is fair.
The
But
problem is that if people weren't going to send these back, they were going to get charged for it. That's the
Yes,
issue.
that's the issue.
That's
They were
absurd.
threatening
That
that.
part
right?
is absurd. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
were
they haven't
threatening
rolled that back. They haven't rolled that back. They're still towing that line.
there's been no response from NECA that I've seen this last week about it. So no, you don't have to return it.
No, you're good. You're good, Patrol. I mean, I know that we've all been sitting here wondering what to do with our extra pairs, and luckily the FTC used that as an example for us consumers. What a random thing.
But anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on that topic from NECA, and hopefully it doesn't mean that they're in real serious financial trouble, that they're wanting this product back and they're going to charge people for it. Like, it does kind of raise some questions, like why can't they just handle the blip, handle this loss? Like, why can't they just absorb it, take care of it, do customer service or whatever? So
Yeah.
but
It's shady.
It's really interesting, and there were some great responses on the video I posted up about it. Like, people are, everyone wants to do the right thing, send it back, but you don't have to send it back. So,
Well, it's you know what it is NECA's got that one guy, Pauly D. He's the one that sits there and hand makes all the toys, and so he's having a real tough time right now there in Jersey.
Pauly D's probably, I think he lives in Vegas now anyway, dude. So you don't even know what you're talking about. Don't you watch MTV?
Nope.
Oh, is that a
Obviously not.
Jersey Shore reference?
Yeah,
Is MTV still around?
they are.
Was Jersey
I don't know
Shore,
what else they
Jersey
have.
Shore was an MTV show? See, I don't even know
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Yeah,
So-
I ignored that mess when it was on.
Yeah, the only thing MTV had that I ever watched was Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, come on, it had more than that.
Liquid Television was cool.
Liquid Television.
You didn't watch Spring Break
No.
back in like the 90s, where like
Headbangers,
Come on.
Headbangers Ball,
Headbangers Ball
Headbangers Ball, yeah, it was dope.
Saturday
Gotcha.
night at 9 p.m. to
Uh-huh.
9 p.m. to midnight.
with Ricky Ratchman.
Ricky Rackman.
they used to have MTV Unplugged, and I
Yeah.
hated that.
Unplugged had some good stuff.
I can't.
It did?
it doesn't
House of
sound-
Chains was good.
The
House
best
Chain.
was LL Cool
Nirvana.
J
Nirvana
Unplugged,
was
Nirvana's
which
classic,
nobody asked
yeah.
for.
Yep.
Yeah. LL Cool J was questionable.
super not good, but awesome because of it was so not good.
It was an interesting decision somebody made.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Who here got the DualSense wireless limited edition controller?
Oh, they're down here.
Dathan got
Yep.
one.
Oh, I got 2.
One's for Chris.
One's for Chris.
He hasn't
right here.
given it to you.
Not
No,
yet.
we got a. I'm holding hostage his Transformers Prime Matrix.
Oh, there's going to be a little trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also got to wrap up his
Pantyhose.
treasure box of stuff.
I actually was thinking of trying to get one. I don't know why, because the 2 black ones that I have are just fine, but for some reason the color scheme almost got me too.
Well,
They are really cool.
but
Yeah.
here's the thing. Like, everyone I've seen post about this is saying this is the best PlayStation 5 controller out there.
How?
Like, bar none.
It's
Like,
just
this
it's just a color scheme. That's all it is.
That's all it
But they're
is, right?
saying this is it. Like, there's nothing better.
In what sense? In what sense?
This is not for me. I'm just reading what the people are saying.
know,
Like,
but-
this
Hey,
is the
Dathan,
number one controller.
You brought the
Dathan,
topic.
It's got that new controller smell.
Have
You
you
just
seen
can't get it
do you
anywhere
have-
else.
Do you have a
don't-
gray? Do you have a gray one? Like a standard PS5 gray color controller?
What do you mean? Like this? Which?
So they sell just a gray controller. They did before this.
Right.
Does this differ from that at all?
This is
Yes.
this is like the gray one you're talking about. I think is darker colors, right? Am I
Is it?
mistaken?
I don't know. That's what I was asking. Was
Oh, I don't
actually
have- I
how
don't
does it
have
look
that one.
aesthetically different? Okay.
I just
okay.
have the generic white ones and the special edition like God of War and Spider-Man ones.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
How does it
have-
compare to the Concord controller? Because that's really the bar.
That is the one to get.
The
Right.
Concord controller is probably going to be the awesome one.
Okay. B-hole says, "Want to
Well-
wish everyone a happy Asian Saturday." Hopefully, that's nothing inappropriate.
No, it's
I
fine.
think it is.
Equality. I get it.
Okay.
We're inclusive
But-
here.
No, for me, I think the controller that's number one in my book is this one,
That one is cool looking.
the Astrobot. I mean, it's got that beautiful blue on the sides. I love how
Yeah, it
they're
does look
creative
cool.
with the like kind of the eyes in the middle. But to say that, I don't know, to say that the other, I mean, this one's cool, but I don't think it's the best.
I just wondered if they did anything different, like because I don't pay attention to the way it looks on the box. I just wondered if they did anything like elongating the control. Like I wondered if they had changed anything to do with the molds aside from just the color. But I think it is just the color, right? Right, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the color. It feels the same.
Okay.
It's exactly the same, just different colors.
Okay. Okay. So then, yeah, people are nuts.
And maybe you're happy that you actually got one, because like I don't think
Yeah.
if this is going to be sitting on a store shelf anywhere, it's probably going to get snatched up really quick. So I don't know. I just find like people are. I want people to be happy about their purchases for sure.
Yeah, for
and,
sure. Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this is the best one. And there'll be
Well,
another controller that comes out in 2 months, and they'll say that one's the same thing. But I just think it's funny.
It's disingenuous to say it's the best controller if it has all the same components and it's just a different color.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
It's aesthetics.
what we
it's
wanted
like
to do
going
is
out
to-
and buying a Kia Soul and being like, "Oh, my red Kia Soul is so much better than your blue Kia Soul."
Yeah.
And it's like it's all the same components. There's nothing different other than your color. So unless they actually put in different components in this 30th edition one, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be like, "Oh, this one's superior to yours."
I do as well, Patrol. But the problem is that I'm actually a better gamer with PlayStation controllers, and I don't know why. Because I find them more uncomfortable to play, but I'm actually better. My aim is better in first-person shooters and everything. I found when I tried one. That was my revelation of last year.
I found that I'm better with the N64 controller. You know, when I
you?
add that third arm in there, you know,
right there.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, well,
the Z button really does it for you.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
shocked. I was shocked to find that, but I went into Doom and I was much better aim wise with the PlayStation controller than I was with the Xbox controller that I was used to, and I have no idea why. Still a puzzle because I don't find them super comfortable. But I just that thing happened. Something about the thumb position makes me better aim wise. So no, I like it. I think it's cool. I also like the haptics that they have. I think that that's cool as well. There's something about the trigger haptics when you're aiming a bow that does feel cool. So no, I'm gonna give Sony complete credit for that. Microsoft kind of took a step just letting things be what they were, and Sony actually continued to improve in something that I didn't think really could be that improved upon. And they added PC support for all that stuff. So props to them because they didn't need to do that either.
What an ugly thing to say.
Yeah, you know. That probably is true. Yeah.
All right.
Just don't kick that back bumper, you know, it might explode on you.
Okay, so we've all played Horizon, correct?
We've all.
We've all
all of us here.
pretty we know what it looks like or whatever.
Yeah, we all know what it looks like.
This game just got a trailer, and what are you guys thinking? Have you seen this before? This looks very similar to Horizon, and I know there's that flying at the beginning there, but you're walking around, you're a girl, you're dealing with robots.
Any similarities. Looks completely different.
It's got different biomes you're going into, and it looks like this is going to be on PlayStation. From what I saw, I think it's going to be on Steam, and it's also going to be on Apple devices.
So Eric, you're the biggest Horizon fan there is. So now you can play this one on your MacBook, it looks like.
Right on my MacBook.
Who developed this? Is it Tencent?
This is Tencent.
Yeah, there we go.
And did Tencent do the Pokemon ripoff?
No.
That Chris liked.
Well,
this reminds me of that. Like they got a good game. I don't know how many copies Horizon sold, but I'm sure it was quite a bit.
And who is rumored to be that Tencent's going to want to acquire recently? Like, who was the recent rumor that they wanted to acquire?
Ubisoft.
It was Ubisoft.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Well then, no, because actually Horizon was Sony Studios, wasn't it? It was not Ubisoft. So, man, I would think Sony would have a thing to say about this.
Yeah, but what was it before Sony bought them?
No, it was. I mean, it's published by Sony, but it's developed by Guerrilla Games.
Oh, is it Guerrilla Games? Okay.
Yeah. And I know a lot of Guerrilla Games fans want them to go back to Killzone.
Okay.
But I think they need to move on past.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this game. So,
well, I was curious as to why there isn't a cease and desist immediately, right? Or something of that nature, because it does look similar enough to me.
Alikrian says Tencent's level of rip-offness are literally unmatched in the industry. They own League of Legends, and they still made a rip-off game of it.
Do they own League of Legends? I didn't know that either. Crazy.
A lot of animals and stuff. I don't know. It looks very similar.
Yeah.
But I guess if you got a winning formula, why not try to replicate it? And I guess there's Mario Kart is like the best-selling Switch game of all time, and there's been a ton of games trying to rip off what they did there. None of quite been able to exactly replicate what Mario Kart 8 has been able to do.
Yeah, but they
for
don't steal the
Nintendo.
aesthetic, right? I think that's where the anger in this one came
Right.
from, and the pushback that I saw was this was like just especially stealing the aesthetic associated with it. They weren't even trying, in other words, to masquerade it a little bit, you know.
Down to the color scheme, even. It's
Yeah.
just,
Mm-hmm.
it's very close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Alikrian said, Tencent does what Tencent does. I think that's, you know.
I love, and it's got I love how it has the PlayStation
Yeah, the
ad
PlayStation
at the
tag
very end.
Right. Play has no limits. Happy fun day.
What nobody knows is that Sony's paid Tencent to make this game.
Probably. They're like, hey, if this sells like crazy, then we can, you know, quit with the Guerrilla Games.
Exactly.
And that may be it. You know, I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe Sony encourages it, right?
Maybe they do. Jim Ryan's no longer running the show, so
I would imagine that. So I didn't try the other one, the one that was super popular, the Planet of the Apes one that everybody loved. But I would imagine that if Japanese role-playing games and the translations to English bother me enough to stay away from those the minute that I see that they're Japanese role-playing games, I'm guessing that a Chinese game will have just as bad translation issues. And that's why I wouldn't be interested in buying it straight up.
You mean like they might use AI to translate to English?
It might make it better than the manuals I had to review in the past. Because that used to be a job I had to do as QA, was review manuals for products that came in and send them back with corrections that they needed to make.
Someone set up us the bomb, Travis.
Someone set up us the bomb.
I think it's your fault.
What was that
I
one?
blame you for not QAing that one.
The tagline in this one looked pretty good too, though. It looked like it was going to be indicative of what you could expect from the dialogue. So,
but I know Eric's a big fan of China, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they try to duplicate everything,
They
so
do.
maybe it's not just good games. So I know I've been watching a lot of toy stuff lately, and they make knockoff toys all the time about brands, and I know there's been people there have been making knockoff Legos. I wonder if Dathan, if anyone's been making knockoff Transformer toys that you know of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Transformers and Ninja Turtles and all that stuff they've made knockoff toys for.
Likrin says Zero Wing was perfectly translated. You can't tell me otherwise.
Take off every zig.
But what's that website? Is it Temu or?
Yes, it's Temu.
Yeah. Like everything, there's like.
Don't buy anything from them. Do not waste your
I love Temu. Temu's my favorite place to go. When I'm looking for like full size like baking pans, that's where I go. Is Temu.
Oh, is it like an Alibaba sort of thing?
Yeah.
Like Wish and Alibaba, you know.
Yeah, just don't.
I had actually bought one thing off of there, which was it was a Halloween decoration, and I didn't bother to look at the description of the size of it, so I was expecting like fairly big thing, and it was like maybe that big, and I'm
no.
That's
There was that whole
awesome.
Lego set you bought that was fake.
That wasn't from Temu, that was from Amazon.
That was the Lego Fisherman's Wharf set or whatever, but it was a total knockoff.
Same thing.
So it was a good deal, huh?
There we go. We're gonna get it.
In trouble.
There's a Halloween toy. Just gotta find it in the bottom of the chest. No.
Yeah, it was actually it was on Amazon titled
Oh yeah, it's got Chinese.
Lego.
It's got
It
Chinese
was
characters.
it was
Well, I
titled
don't know if
A
it's
Lego
Chinese
Fishing
or not.
Village.
Yep.
Is what it was titled on Amazon.
Is it a fishing village?
It's a fishing village. I mean, it's just it was Lego sized pieces shrunk down to like a sixth of them. So it was an absolute pain to put together. But
is Timu the one? There was a guy that when in Avengers Infinity War came out and they were selling the gauntlets. It was a video. He ordered one of the gauntlets off there. It was like $100 or something. And what he got was a yellow oven mitt that was bedazzled with on it. And I think that was Timu. I think is what it was.
Yeah. Yep, it was. Yeah.
Well, Amazon, you got to worry about your competition, man.
Yeah, I realize that if you don't pay attention to who is selling it, not just where it's being shipped from, on Amazon, you can end up getting Timu items, and you don't even know it.
But if you get free Timu items sent to your doorstep, you don't have to send it back.
That's right.
Right?
That's shaking his head. Correct. One of the things that they have, well, okay.
If you want a full body rash, keep the pantyhose.
Black Friday. Yeah, a lot of Black Friday deals on Timu right now.
Oh god.
Hey, maybe I just need to order a pantyhose from Timu, Wish, and Alibaba, and then do a review.
Do QA on who sends you the best direct from factory item.
Jesus Christ, my God.
All right.
I'm excited for that.
I haven't played this soundbite yet.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
I think that applies to like most of us on stuff, so I figure I might keep that one.
I mean, is it that bad to spend your money on stupid stuff if it only costs, $1.20?
Well, I think it depends on
Stop
what it is.
spending your money on stupid shit.
Boys 3D printed casual hoodie. Looks like it's Minecraft thing.
Speaking of stupid stuff, moving on. The Ghostbusters HasLab ends this weekend. I think I'm gonna back it.
Oh yeah.
So I've got until Monday. If anyone else is interested, you can get the Ecto 1 for $300 or the Ecto 1A for $400, and you get the extra figures. But it didn't look like for a minute there it was going to go all the way and get 12,000 backers. But just this weekend, it's got over 11,000. So it looks like it's going to finally go across the finish line. And I don't pay too much attention to these HasLabs, but my son's really into Ghostbusters. I think this would look cool. So it is a lot of money. I don't know.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
So,
It depends though. And I mean, if you're a big Ghostbusters fan, then whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, Dathan, do you think this is a cool purchase or?
I'm not that much of a Ghostbusters guy, but this is pretty cool looking. You said it's $300 to $400.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty elaborate for what it is, and you get all the stuff included with it. So yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it's not for me, but obviously, if you're a huge Ghostbusters fan, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Which one are you getting?
I'm gonna get the 1A. I think.
Okay.
I think my son likes the 1 better, but I think I don't know. We got to go all the way and get the.
If you're gonna spend that much, you might as well just go for the.
The only thing is, you got to apply all the stickers, and I'm already not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That's kind of odd that they don't.
That's going to be a pain. That's going to be a pain.
Yeah, that's my least favorite thing about Legos is putting the stickers on.
Oh yeah. But like this is to the umpteenth degree. Like you got to make sure that the logo is.
Like center proper.
Perfect. Yeah, like I don't know.
That's gonna be nerve wracking.
you need tweezers, or because the thing is, it's going to have 2 sets of sticker sheets.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do the original car, you're going to have those stickers, and if you're going to do this car, you're going to have another set of stickers. So,
and with that, I'm out.
Yeah, I'd screw it up.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
So I think I'm going to go. So maybe it doesn't get back all the way, but I think it's going to.
How far away from it is it right now?
It's it was 11,000. I'll just look it up right now.
11,310 backers. So it still needs 690.
Yeah, the stickers thing would kill me. I would be too anxious that I was going to screw it up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these stickers, aren't they one off? Like you get one chance, that's it?
Apparently, you can. They want you to be able to switch back and forth, so it is some kind of a sticker that you can reuse, but there's only so much reuse like you can get out of it. Apparently, like
yeah.
So,
well, as long as it's not in one time and you're done sort of thing, then I would be okay with it at that point.
You know, I don't know how I got that soundbite of your grandma. Was that Chris talking about his old man juice?
Some of that old man juice.
But yeah. Anyway, so I think that's where I'm at with that.
Well, did you see that Elon Musk is going to use AI to create video games? He had announced this week.
Who cares?
No, I didn't see that.
I think that's kind of a stupid thing, personally. I don't think AI is going to be able to make video games so much better, but he apparently thinks it is.
Well, I think there's if you ask a video game programmer that, I think they would say there's a lot of tedious work that maybe AI could do for you.
That's if you use it as a tool. So if you use AI as a tool, just like most other tools, I'm sure it can be great. But the way he had X'd it out, tweeted it out, fed it out, shit it out, I don't know what you want to call it now.
Must
it out.
Did we talk about that last week?
I don't know. But the way he made it sound was AI was going to do everything. So from the writing of the script to the designing of the game to the voiceovers, everything's going to be done by AI. And
OpenAI has been a thing for, ChatGPT has been a thing for a while now, since I've been at my job for like a year and a half, this new job. And I think I used it once to help me create a WSDL file for anybody who cares. But that's it. Like, that's the only time I've used it. And like, I think my job would be one of the low-hanging fruit jobs to apply AI to, and still it's not particularly useful for me yet. It's a good tool, like you were saying, but it's not going to replace me anytime this next year.
Right.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how it's going to be used. If it's fully going to take over, I don't think it's going to be any better than the current like AAA games on the market that people are bitching about.
It's not, no.
Well, maybe that Light of Motrium game or whatever from Tencent, maybe that's all AI.
Maybe.
No, that's children working in a Chinese factory.
Probably.
They just gave them homework and they said, copy this, make us this. And Tencent was like, okay, we're good. Love it.
I did have this. So, you guys know I have the 8BitDo NES keyboard. I don't use it that much. But 8BitDo just announced this baby. It's an Xbox One that's has the light up buttons on it.
And it only works with the original Xbox?
No, it's with your PC mainly, but I think it is Xbox compatible. I might consider getting this if it goes on sale. I think I really like the colors, but that doesn't interest you guys. I see.
Well, most of the controllers seem to be like wider than the normal controllers, or am I just wrong? Because I've never bought an 8-bit DOE controller.
Oh, really? I don't.
I don't know. I mean, based on their pictures, they look like they're just wider than the regular controllers.
Yeah, they're about the same. I think if you buy the Xbox controller that plays like the original Duke, then yeah, that's obviously bigger.
Yeah.
That's an 8-bit DOE. Like,
there you go.
PlayStation?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't feel any wider to me.
Show it up again.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's about the same size as the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at Best Buy's website, so maybe they've decided to stretch out their pictures on their site.
Whatever makes it look good.
Yeah.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
It's Ryan's newest favorite soundbite.
It applies for a lot.
Well,
I mean, what qualifies for stupid shit, though? I mean, you might like it. I might say it might be stupid shit. So I guess it depends on who puts it in that category as stupid shit.
The only opinion that matters, Nathan.
The only opinion that matters is my own, and
that's right.
That's how it's gonna be. So
yeah. Well, I mean, if your girlfriend, wife, or whatever might have something to say about that, but
which one, his girlfriend or his wife?
Right, both.
Not mutually exclusive.
We need to stop thinking about ourselves and think about others, maybe. But no, yeah, it's all about your happiness for sure. And
yeah, what does Grandma say? Is it stupid shit or not?
Mm-hmm.
There was a discussion on another channel, on Steps channel. She's not here tonight, but about credit card usage and buying things on credit, and talking about the Dave Ramsey method and all this. And I think credit cards have their purpose, and if there's something you really want.
Ramsey method?
Oh, he doesn't want you to buy anything on credit.
Oh,
really?
So,
I wonder why not.
I mean, if you're smart and you get yourself a cashback card and then pay it off before the due date, you never paid interest. So,
right.
I'd say 99% of Americans probably don't do that.
No.
But, it's good in concept.
But for those of us that do, we get free stuff in the points.
Right.
Be whole. Meth is a great thing to buy. Never ever have anyone tell you it's stupid shit.
Well, I don't know if they take. Can you buy meth on a credit card? I don't know. I've never tried it, Chris. Maybe you're the expert there, but
no. If I was on meth, I wouldn't be as fat as I am. Okay.
Does it help you lose weight? I wouldn't know that either.
I'm pretty sure every picture I've ever seen of someone on meth is they're fairly skinny. They've lost a lot of weight.
That's probably
and hair.
Yeah, they probably lost a lot of other stuff too.
Teeth, cheeks, skin around this area here.
But and then there was news. I don't know when this was, but it sounds like the Nintendo Switch might finally get announced in January for a March release. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that could be exciting, and it kind of makes sense because I don't think they would announce anything right before Christmas, because why would you buy a Switch if the new one's just coming out soon? But maybe people know that it's coming out. I don't know. It's a whole thing. So yeah, okay. Beehole says you can buy it with a credit card. Okay, there you go. I trust you. But other than that, I don't have there wasn't too much news this week. So
there was some like PRGE's raising their ticket prices to
okay
prices,
yeah,
which
let's talk about that. So apparently people go there all weekend long.
That is a thing.
Hey,
that does happen.
I've never heard of that.
Eric can attest to this. Am I right?
These are facts.
These are facts. Yeah.
Who cares?
No, but why do you think they're raising their prices? Is that just minimum wage in Portland, or they're just they need buy more space?
I don't think it's not so much that they're raising their prices; it's the amount that they're raising their prices. That's the problem. Is because this year they opened up the show floor on half of it on Friday, right, Eric? It was the arcade and half the floor on Friday.
Arcade and half the floor on Friday, or like a third of it or something.
A
substantial
third.
amount.
Yeah, and then Saturday they just opened the whole thing up, and then Sunday was the whole thing. But a weekend pass for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was $65.
Well, with the fees and everything.
With the fees, and with the fees for next year is $93. For the 3 days, but for Friday they are opening it up. It looks like like at noon it's all day. But
is that the early bird prices? Like you can buy them now. There's no discount for that.
These are the early bird prices.
Yeah, or you can. There's not really early bird prices. You can buy them online, or you can buy them at the door for $5 more.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
That's like a 35% increase for these tickets, which is pretty. That's pretty high up there, I think.
It's more like half, more like a 50% increase, right?
Because you're going from $65 to $93.
Yeah, it's like a 40-something% increase.
For 3 days. So I don't know where they're coming up with this, which now the question is, are they going to charge vendors more? And vendors are going to have to compensate that price increase. It's going to trickle down to their games, and what are the deals going to be had this time around? Next year. I mean, who knows?
Well, do we talk with our wallets and not buy tickets this next year? Like,
even like I think a day pass on Saturday is $53. I think. Chris, are you looking at the thing?
Yeah,
or something like that. It was like $50-something for just Saturday.
So Friday is $41.74, and that includes the service fee. Saturday is $57.24, and then Sunday is $41.74, and then the weekend pass is $92.99. But yeah, are they trying to price out like people so they have less people showing up?
In related news, the Australian Dictionary's word of the year is "inshitification."
Is it really?
There you go.
But where are you seeing the ticket prices?
If you go back to the main page, over on the right, it says get 2025 tickets.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta hold on. That's another screen.
But I don't see any justification for the price increase this much, because who in the gaming industry could you bring as a high profile guest that would make people want to really, drop this kind of money to go, besides just buying video games or hanging out or whatever? Is Stern going to have a bigger presence there this year?
Well, it seems like if you have more vendors there, they're buying more tables. There should be no reason to jack up the prices, right? Like, because you got to pay a lot of money for a booth, And if you get more sponsors, you should be getting more money to help with the event.
But I mean, it does look like they did listen to what people were saying about opening up only just a third of the floor on Friday, just open up the whole thing. So it looks like that, they kind of listened to people about that. There were some other issues with some of the vendors, long-time vendors who have been there with booth placement, I guess. So that may have been a thing too. But
you like your favorite vendor that you like to visit every year?
I saw a video of someone going up and buying. He had a handful of like AC adapters for a Nintendo. They're like $3 or $4 or something like that. And the guy turned around and said, "Hey, are you in charge of these? How much are these?" And the guy turned around and he's like, "Oh, $20." And it was that guy, that one vendor who we don't talk about. Yep, it was that guy. Chris knows who I'm talking about. He saw him.
Yeah.
We talked about him.
Well, and it is a case of, are they going to have more high profile gamers, gaming companies coming? Is that why they wanted to raise their prices? Is to try and bring more of them? With the amount of people they seem to have this last year was pretty big.
So do you bring Nintendo and set up a wing of the convention floor like they did at PAX? Do you do something like that to kind of justify the cost of something, raising it that much? Do you bring Microsoft, because like the gaming companies that were there, the big one, it was Atari was there.
Yeah.
And who else this last year that were
Stern Pinball was the only other one.
Yeah.
I think the problem is I don't know if Nintendo or Microsoft or Sony has any interest in going to PRGE because it's retro.
Mm-hmm.
That's not their main business. All these games that are getting traded is completely, what do you call that? Third market or whatever. So.
But I think Nintendo did sponsor a Smash Bros. Tournament at the Swap Meet last year in March.
That's questionable because when I went by it looked pretty there wasn't much to it from what I saw. But yeah. So
I think if the Portland Retro Gaming Expo wants to kind of stay true to their base and everything, is they probably should reach out to more independent, like smaller game developers to have them come.
Yeah.
Than reaching out to like the larger ones. So,
but then you're dipping into like the whole. You're going from retro games, which is what the PRGE stands for, into like the PAX pool a little bit. You're starting to kind of dive into that, and then you're going to start kind of seeing a shift. So you kind of want to keep, I can understand seeing a few, because they did have a few of the developers out there that had their own games, and the Toxic Avenger people were there, and I think there was another Graveyard game that had the arcade thing or whatever. But for PRGE, you don't want to get so far away from what you were brought up with, which was retro gaming.
Maybe that shift that you're saying is inevitable, though, because physical media is ending, right? Pretty much.
Nope.
So
no, it's not. Liar. Okay.
So, like, what's the show gonna look like 20 years from now? Are kids now gonna want to go to a retro gaming show when you can't buy physical games anymore? What are you gonna play? Like, what are we collecting?
Well, it'll be an antique show, right?
It'll be there's like Antiques Roadshow.
Yep.
Like, and all senior citizens, we're gonna be going there with our walkers and.
But to be fair, that would be okay.
That NES coffee.
Yeah, that's great.
And my son's gonna be looking at me like, what are you guys go have fun, like,
How much were tickets to Game On?
I think the VIP tickets that we got were, just.
Hey, look, the Raging Hemorrhoids here.
Hey, I got just the friend for you, Hemorrhoid.
Right.
He's going to want to see something yours. Because I'm just trying to price what PRGE is relative to other convention shows that might be similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee, which I believe is an Algonquin word, is $110 for their
from Wayne's World.
I believe it's $110. It's $110 for their 3-day pass, and that's PRGE is still cheaper than that.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just leveling. I don't know.
Well, maybe we need to make a stink about it, and we'll I don't know, voice our opinions.
This says there's
there's another one.
350,000 square foot trade show for the Midwest Gaming. How big is PGRE?
Keyboard Chris.
What I'm trying to figure out is how big is the convention center.
Well, it usually changes it changes every year because they move stuff around. They slide the walls and they do different things with different spaces.
Right. I know, they don't even use the whole convention center either.
Is the Oregon Convention Center 350,000 square feet? Is what I'm trying to say.
Right, but they don't use the whole thing.
But if they were to use the whole thing, would it even match 350,000 square feet?
Yeah.
I think you guys are the first people.
Eric, was Game On bigger, like building wise, like from one end of the floor to the other compared to PR to Oregon?
Not this year.
Okay.
Yeah, the Oregon Convention Center is only 30,000 square feet, so I don't.
Maybe the people that run PRGE did a poll of all the other retro conventions around the United States and found that they were undercharging everyone, and we need to raise our prices so that we're more.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I looked at Milwaukee might be more closer to the average.
Yeah.
But Game On, Game On for their 3-day passes this year are $63, not the VIP stuff, but just.
So their price compared to PRGE from last year then.
From last year, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we should. I'll make a spreadsheet and I'll get all the 3-day passes per square foot, and then we can compare these things apples to apples.
And I can play The Price is Right.
Yeah, because nobody likes my spreadsheets. I love my spreadsheets.
Can you make it into a PowerPoint?
Yeah. Add in some sound bites and use a little AI there to help you out, and you'll have an amazing spreadsheet PowerPoint going.
Speaking of spreadsheets, okay, sorry, I had to dwell in the past. That's not true. I love it. You guys were talking about hamburgers last time.
Were we talking about hamburgers? Oh,
yeah. 2 times ago, whatever it was. You guys were all talking about hamburgers, and I was like, I have a spreadsheet for hamburgers.
Spending your money on stupid shit.
Sorry.
And I could have backed up all this with data, but no. Okay. I was gone that day.
Eric, do you still eat hamburgers? But if you don't, or when you did, what was your favorite restaurant?
I know a lot of people were hating on In-N-Out, but I think value-wise, that's the best place.
Okay.
I hear Culver's is great. Yep.
Alikrian says this is your weekly reminder that 60% of gamers are playing games older than 5 years. The newer games are selling more digitally, but are slowly becoming the minority in playtime for gamers. So are you saying, Alikrian, that, again, 20 years from now, are these gamers going to be playing games from 5 years ago?
I'm still playing 30-year-old games.
But I think we're in the minority. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd say 3.2 million podcasts would probably say that we're in the majority here with our game playing.
Maybe the games industry hasn't been revolutionary enough, and what's been going on is that the market's now saturated, right? You know, what we're doing now with a PlayStation 5 versus what we did in 1987 with a Nintendo is not fundamentally that different. You sit in front of a television with a controller, you press buttons to make some things move on the screen. We've been promised virtual reality for the last 30 years, and it hasn't ever really materialized, in at least not in a compelling way, I would say, because Apple took a swing at it and they just discontinued their version, right?
Yeah, but their price point was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I know. So maybe in order to make it compelling, you need to spend a lot, and there's not a big enough pool of people who can afford that.
Why is the Quest not compelling?
I don't know. How many Quest games did anyone here play last week?
I didn't play any last week.
I bet Biggie D did.
I played some like a week ago.
Okay.
What's going on, Biggie D?
So 1 out of 5 people in 2 weeks. That
Yeah,
doesn't
but
sound...
my point is that I don't know what you want that's more compelling about it. Like that it's not offering.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that approach to selling games doesn't appear to be working, because only one of us has played a game in 2 weeks in that medium. That's all.
I find it too much work.
I've never tried it, so I don't know. But I'm just saying,
cool.
based on the
it's
numbers.
It's very cool, but when I game, I want to relax. So I do want to use a controller to push buttons to make things on a screen move. I don't want to have to stand up, move around, grab things, put them down, and fix things physically. That's what the real world is for me.
Right.
So I'm not its target audience.
Or maybe none of us are the target audience.
I think that none of us are.
The majority of gamers might not be the target audience for that, and therefore the point remains that they haven't done something. The games industry hasn't done something revolutionary to push the medium forward, to get us away from sitting in front of screens with controllers pressing buttons to watch things move on a screen. And so the market is now saturated.
I am.
And
it is a Wendy's drive-through headset.
Thank you for bringing that up, Dildo Gaggins. I appreciate your fidelity to the sound medium we're trying to...
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
Yeah, so I guess we might be plateauing in the amount of gamers that we can, or the amount of games we can sustain with the amount of gamers we have sitting in front of screens pressing buttons, until we do something. The games industry, do something revolutionary to push the medium in a different way that would make us want to buy something new.
But I like thinking about, like, what is retro gaming going to be in 20 years? Like, is it going to be like playing games from our past? I don't think so. It's going to be playing these digital games. So again, like, these kind of conventions are going to they're going to have to change to be more like PAX. I think it's inevitable.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends, because when we went to the PRGE convention this year, there were people there that had collections that they were selling stuff, but then they're like, oh yeah, next year I plan on selling my entire collection. So it may be that in 10 years you have people like Dathan who have a huge collection that they've been spending all this time getting together, and they're finally like, okay, it's time to sell it off, pass it on to somebody else. And so they use the Gaming Retro Convention as a place to sell this stuff off.
So, Dathan, are you developing a plan to do that, or?
No, not at the moment. I just take it day by day. I'm kind of waiting to. I brought this up in the past. I'm kind of waiting to see, as I start to get to that point where I'm down to like the last few NES carts, and see what my mentality is like now that this is done, or I'm almost done. Because I've run across a handful of people that say that I was going for the complete NES set, and they got right towards that very end, and something clicked in their head and said, I don't want this anymore. So I'm just kind of waiting to see where I'm at. I'm still a ways away.
How many games out? Ballpark?
I think 140, I think.
140.
And it's something that I'm not really like pursuing every day. I'm not on eBay. I'm not, just like I gotta get one game a day. I'm not doing that. I think I acquired maybe 25 games from January 1st to now. The bulk of those were at the swap meet, or not swap meet, but the gaming expo that I went to in Washington, and then PRGE. A couple of game store visits here and there. But that's what is going to happen when I'm all done. It's just going to be just plastic that's going to be just sitting on the shelf. How long do I keep it? That's just kind of one of those things.
And plastic doesn't last forever. Like, it degrades. So, like toys do also, is what I also heard. So,
would you say it belongs in a museum?
I need to pull some sound bites from Indiana Jones, because we're gonna have that game coming up 2 weeks or whatever. So, but yeah.
Well, with all the pinball we've been playing lately, there's a new pinball game that was released on VR called Bounce Arcade. So your hands are the paddles in the game, and then you get to look as though you're down at the end of the pinball table.
Yeah, that doesn't sound retro at all. We're not into that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound. That sounds just nauseating, and to me, that doesn't sound fun.
I mean, apparently out of 21 reviews, it's all 5 stars, so people love it.
I will say that the VR pinball experience that they have in Quest is fun. Like the stand-up tables that they have. It's Pinball Arcade, I think, who did it, right? Or Virtual. Who is it? Who's the one that's the Pinball Effects? It's them who did it.
Zen Studios.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun, and it'll take it. I mean, it's not the same, but it does trick you into being there. It's cool. I will give it a good review for that.
Okay. Anyway, any final thoughts, you guys, before we totally get derailed here?
Oh, derailed just now? I thought that wasn't a while ago.
Go Beavs! They won they got trounced today, but they won the Pac-2 championship.
Who cares?
No.
The Pac-2.
No. They should get a trophy.
Yeah,
should be a pretty large one. Big Pac-2 trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
You're top of your helmet, right? Every moment.
Georgia won in overtime.
They did.
Did they?
What? How many overtimes did it go?
8.
No way.
Yeah,
we saw it was in 7.
I wish I would have watched that. That would have been great.
Yeah, no, they were. Georgia Tech was up 17-0 or something, and they let them come back.
Right, I didn't even think to turn that on, right?
No, they played the Boise State, whatever.
Yeah,
Broncos.
Yeah.
So that's it for the Beavers. There's no bowl game, right? They finished with only 5 wins. You can be pretty much bowl eligible now with 5 wins. Because there's so many bowl games now that you can.
I know,
there have been
but can you
teams
be
the past
bowl
few
eligible
years.
within just the Pac-2?
They're Pac-2 championships. Let's just put them at number 4.
I think they should be allowed into the playoffs, to be honest.
I mean, might as well send them in.
Yeah.
Well, if they had beaten Air Force, who had only won 3 games, that would have made them bowl eligible, right?
Yeah, probably.
What an ugly thing to say.
But yes, I think that they should be able to be put into the playoffs because they won the Pac-2 championship. But apparently, Pac-2 isn't recognized, so it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't matter. The whole conference is a joke.
No. Washington State and Oregon State, very, very serious schools.
It's coming back. It's coming back next year.
Well, there's some.
Next year.
there's some seriously devoted fans on X or whatever that I see all the time that are all very excited about where the conference is going. And I'm looking at like where the like, oh yeah, we're adding this member and we're adding this member and like, what are you talking about? This looks so depressing. Like what the?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a modified Mountain West conference is what it is. It's the lone Pac-12 schools meets the Western Athletic Conference meets the Mountain West. The leftovers is what it looks like.
Yeah.
So stupid. I hate this one.
Yeah. They need to get a plan going quick.
I have concepts of a plan.
That was my random thought.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I got. Good show, guys. I appreciate the new people in the chat. I think a couple of you guys changed names on me, but we'll try to keep up on that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Some of the writing style sounds familiar, but it was good. It was good banter. Thank you.
Maybe it's Alikrian the whole time, and Alikrian, you're the man. So I appreciate you. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Next show will be in December, so that's crazy. Coming up quick, and we'll get to finally talk about the Game Awards here again for Dathan.
Oh, damn it.
And then, Indiana Jones is coming up. I'm looking forward to that. So, I don't know what else is coming out. And Soul Reaver, the remake.
Yes.
All that stuff that I just ordered from Temu should be here in a couple days.
Oh yeah.
I bought Eric's Christmas gifts all on Temu just during this stream.
Yeah, I wanted cancer, so.
Jesus Christ, my God.
All right. Have a good night, guys.